David did not go there with that purpose, but God had a totally different purpose. So when you take action, another way of saying the same thing is when you do the natural, God does the supernatural. When you simply do the things that God has called you to do, they are very natural things. Taking lunch to your brothers is not an act of heroism. It's just being nice to your brothers and obedient to your mom. That's what David did. And it resulted in a defeat of an entire nation that was threatening Israel. And the king of Israel did not have confidence to do that. Now, I would say this: practice expecting God to act on your behalf. What I mean is, walk through your life believing that God loves you, that God knows you, that God has your best interest at heart, and that when you make your plan, the Lord will indeed direct your steps. And he may direct you to confront lions, to confront bears, to confront giants. But I would say, don't run from those opportunities. What would have happened if David would have run from the confrontation with the lion, run from the confrontation with the bear? He would have never learned what he needed in order to what he needed to do in order to confront the giant. So one guy said it this way: learn to confront the pygmies before you have to confront the giants. Learn to overcome the little things in your life before you have to overcome the big things. And so, excuse me, the flip side of that is to be irresponsible. Some people, in other words, there's always two ditches on each side of the road of truth. Truth is like a road. There's a ditch on this side, a ditch on this side. The enemy wants to push us in one or the other. One ditch is, I'm worried all the time about things I need to do. Excuse me. I need to do this. I need to do that. What if this happens? What if that happens? The other side is to be irresponsible. Well, I don't do the natural things that I'm supposed to do. What if David did not take lunch up to his brothers? He would have never experienced the miracle. What if you don't do, if you're not responsible for the things God has called you to be responsible for? So we're not talking about being irresponsible. No, we need to pay our bills. In other words, some people say, well, I'll just write checks when there's no money in my account because I'll expect God to put the money in before the check comes. No, that's presumption. That's irresponsibility. Some people say, well, sometimes Muslims actually think this way: I can pass a semi truck on a blind curve because God has my back. And if it's my day to die, then there'll be another truck coming and I'll get hit and killed. No, that's irresponsibility. That's presumption. Okay, that is the other side. No, we are called to be responsible in life. We're called to do the natural and to walk in wisdom, not to be foolish and to walk in presumption. The enemy said to Yeshua, throw yourself off the pinnacle of the temple because God will take care of you. Yeshua said, no, I'm not going to operate in presumption. I'm not going to tempt or test the Lord my God. No, I'm going to live my life in responsibility. And so we're not talking about fatalism. We're not talking about what Muslims believe, which is inshallah, meaning whatever happens is God's will. So I can drive around a semi truck on a blind curve and expect God to take care of me. If it's my time to live, no other truck will be there. No, that is not what we're talking about. We're not talking about fatalism. What we're talking about is we're talking about trusting God, but not stressing out over things that we can't control. I would say it this way: you are called to be responsible in the areas of life that you can control. But what people stress out about is all kinds of things they can't control. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if this person does this? Okay, I can pray for people and God's power can be released and they can be healed. But I'm not going to take responsibility and take credit if somebody's healed. I'm also not going to take responsibility and take credit even if somebody is not healed. That my job is to do the natural. God's job is to do the supernatural. And so we see a powerful understanding here that I can live without stress if I really believe that when I make my plans and I start down a road, the Lord really does have my back. He really will take care of me.